Who would have thought?
To think that ugly bastards are like wanted commodity
Yeah,
in the
I know.
porn industry. Oh
There
my
was
god.
actually one actor, I think, who been around in the industry more than 10 years, so he's obviously our experienced one.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And he's good looking man. He was like, if I do this, then you're gonna skirt. What?
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 Like Ribena? Like, what?
If I do that, then you're gonna come. No, he won't.
It's just like,
He's just overly confident.
Come.
No.
oh my god.
No.
I would, if someone said that to me, like, oh, I have to fuck you now? Like, you just said that to me? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, what is it, like a mariachi band? Like, what
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on?
Come.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine if it was the opposite? If like you're about to like have sex with a girl and she's
Yeah.
like, when I do that,
Oh my
you're
god.
gonna, she's all over me. I'm just like, we'll see about that motherfucker.
I mean, I can actually imagine that with some people.
I mean, that's some ideal relationship. It's the whole dom thing, right? It's like, they're like, oh my god, yes.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So, like to ruin the perception, I got to ask, how much of adult video is just faked? Like,
Right. It totally depends on the work.
Right.
Sometimes we make a fake cum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have you guys seen the Asa Banana, the product, the drinking product?
It's like
Yeah,
it's like a
convenience.
banana flavored jelly,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
No.
We actually use that for fake.
They just like squirt it on you?
Yeah, yes, you can insert that with
Oh.
vinegar.
I got to Google this.
Yeah, because I remember
I'm never
I
drinking that ever again.
I remember we briefly talked about this in the interview. You were saying that like a lot of the fake cum is like the asabanana stuff, but it's
Yeah.
also like milk
Or
and,
like white egg white.
egg white, and just like to
Yeah.
just get the
So-
consistency, right?
They make sure you don't have any food allergies. You have to put something.
You're like, you turn up to your
Joey really knows his porn, right?
first porn
Yeah.
gig. Are you any gluten allergies? And you're like, what?
I need my cum gluten free. Thank you very much.
As long as the cum is grass fed, I'm okay.
I need my Starbucks semi skimmed cum.
And if,
I'm so sorry.
if an actor won't come in the scene, then you can still use the actor in the next scene.
Right.
You can save his cum, so you can save him the energy. So
Is
That's how
is
it
that
works.
how hentai protagonists have like just so much cum every time? You know what I mean?
Bucket of asabanana.
Is this why they're like all the DVDs are like 3 hours long? Like they like save it because when you do like because they're really long, right? Like
Yeah.
two hours minimum.
know.
Is that in one day or is that like a multiple day thing?
oh, usually just one day because renting a studio is very expensive. So
Is it one actor the entire time?
It depends on, but sometimes they just change and they make it POV, so they won't find out sometimes.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, because I've seen like
But, you know,
I've seen like best of 8 hours long, and in my head I'm just like, first of all, wow, that's a long shoot. Second of all, who is gonna sit down and watch 8 hours of this?
That would
Like,
just give me
No.
anxiety trying to find the best part, right? I'm like, oh no.
like, is it made for people with like erectile dysfunction, where it's just like it just takes it's like give me 2 hours and I'll be there. Like, I just don't understand. Like,
I know they think like the longer the better. I
The
don't
longer
know.
the better.
yeah,
Wow, that's like a YouTube video.
Is it?
I need to get those mid rolls.
I wonder, did you like ever watch any of your own work, or did you just like when you did it, you're like, I don't want anything.
Right. I mean, during my career, like I did watch some of my clips, just for studying for research.
Is it
But
weird?
I
Is
can
it
get
weird
better.
watching yourself? Like,
At first, it was so embarrassing. But I was like, oh, the light doesn't really hit well.
it's all
Yeah.
wrong. It's all
Okay,
wrong.
this angle isn't for me.
I love how you say that you watched your own clips for research purposes. Like,
Yeah.
that's the perfect
Yeah,
wording.
because you want to look good. You know?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
wanna know how you can make it
Yeah.
look better. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I mean, I'm sure like we do that, right? On YouTube, like we sometimes watch back on our old videos.
I cringe. Like I can't watch myself on camera. Like sometimes even on the podcast, I'm just cringing at
Really?
I
myself.
used to not be able to, and I think as you like get used to it more,
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
used to
and then
it.
sometimes you're like, damn, that was a good video.
I thought it was something that with the time you get better, but Garn has been doing it for 10 years plus, and he's still can't watch himself.
I love watching this
Pat
part.
on the back.
Yeah.
Man,
You're
I
like,
goddamn, I look job me. I look damn good.
Funny joke comes up and you're like, damn, that was a good joke. God, it's so funny. You ever like that when you're watching it, like, oh,
I think this is a self-esteem issue, right?
I remember this part.
Yeah. Sometimes I just laughed with those like dirty words I just said. Oh, that line was from this manga. Yeah, like I personally go all 2D when it comes to like when you release yourself.
Yeah.
I never watch porn, you know.
Yeah.
I go for 2D every time.
Wait, before you ever like got into porn, did you never watch like porn to
No.
research?
Really?
went
Like, I
blind.
was curious like how they make the video.
Yeah.
That's why I
Okay.
wanted to get in, but I've never been a fan, so
Oh wow.
This seems like a lot of steps to just watch porn.
Well, now I'm curious. Now, like, what titles did you read to like learn the vulgar language?
that
Learn the
depends
way.
on-
Manga recommendations with Shibuya Kaho.
Okay, it depends on the role I'm playing.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
sometimes I'm in cabin attendant,
Right.
flight attendant.
Right.
So I just pick all those doji that about, flight attendants and they pick
What,
up
there's
all those
dojin about
lines.
flight
like-
attendant?
Yeah, there's
There are-
dojins
There's
that-
just about everything.
True, what am I
Yeah.
saying?
if it exists, there's
What am I
porn
saying?
on it.
What am I
Or
saying?
like a nurse and,
Yeah,
at
very
the
common,
hospital.
very common.
So I just pick up some lines from each, like, and I just.
Did you know if everyone did this, or was this just you?
Must be me, I guess.
How did other people learn how to like do it?
know,
Maybe
they
they
just
maybe they
ring
watch
up.
porn. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I like to make jokes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because, like, I don't know. There was one thing, if you're in a now cosplay, like you have a needle, like, and I'm gonna put, ご注射します kind of thing,
Yeah.
put a needle on you, like, yo, you got a huge needle, like, that kind of injection or whatever, like, you try to like play with words, like of course, like I said it in Japanese, so it's kind of hard to translate.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
If you're a flight attendant, like, have a nice flight, and like, oh, it's flight, like, sperm had a great flight or something like that. Or like instead of saying, saying like you're coming, but more like you're taking off, that kind of thing,
Did you ever like burst out laughing or couldn't keep a straight face while
Actually,
you?
the director said, like, ask me not to do that too often. because
Man, who knew that your real career was in comedy all along?
It's not so much you losing; it's just like all the stuff, and it's just like good one. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I like the word play, so
Yeah. Actually, going off on hentai, you mentioned in Joey's interview last time that you were voice acting in a hentai soon. I was very curious, one, if you can talk about it now, and two, what the entire process is like.
I assume it's not the low-budget Aero games that these two were playing when they were growing up.
Hey man, don't get it.
Yeah, we want to know more about this
Right.
hentai voice acting.
However, the production has been delayed because of COVID-19.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
supposed to come out like sometime soon?
Yes,
Or?
we haven't filmed yet. I had an audition and like I got a role, but we cannot film yet because it includes a lot of mourning and just screaming.
This must be like the final boss
Yeah.
versus like
You
like
cannot
rocking
keep
out.
enough social distance for that
Yeah.
shoot. So
I
We
imagine,
want to mourn, but we gotta keep the 6 feet, dude. Like,
I imagine like you going into that audition was like Saitama going into like a kids boxing tournament. Like it was just like, oh yeah, this is easy. This is easy mode.
it was so difficult at first because like there are pictures already there.
Right.
That's the difference between normal anime and hentai anime, because hentai anime they got all the pictures ready for you, but normal like regular anime they haven't. It's just a rough image.
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
can
yeah.
just speak however you want, like within this
Yeah,
amount of
not
time.
much.
oh,
Right,
so the hentai is like fully complete.
Yeah, you have to like match
Oh.
Wow, so
okay.
all hentai is actually dubbed hentai?
It's all dubbed. It's all dubbed over.
So you have to match like the moans and everything
Yeah.
with what's going on the screen.
Lips too. So
Damn.
that was hard.
I feel that hentai voice actors have it so much like harder than regular voice actors because like especially if like you're a female, because there are some scenes that I'm just like, damn, this must be like tolling on their throat just
Yeah,
from all
yeah.
of the that they're doing, right?
And you cannot get too into it because like the next scene it could be like something
Could be
different.
the biggest
so
nut.
Oh, okay.
It could be an even bigger one, you know. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't watch any bad things. So
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
course you don't.
no, I think we can all agree that like it'd be cool if we could like voice act in a hentai.
I would love to voice.
That would be
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
just for the experience alone, right?
Like my audience will never let like me go for it,
Yeah.
but like they'll probably never take me seriously ever again.
It's
But
okay. I voiced in a yaoi where I did a sex scene.
oh
And
yeah,
I have
that's true.
that. I haven't had anyone bring that up to me much.
Yeah, but that's because you're the 93%.
Yeah.
True. I made my own. No one would hire me to do hentai, so I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna make my own.
You're gonna make your
I'm gonna
own.
make my own. I made my own
Impressive.
yaoi audiobook where I just moaned.
Nice audiobook.
Yeah, you get to hear it in like surround sound.
6-inch surround sound. Connor moaning.
Did you ever shout "come" like 7 times? Now.
No, but you know, like when I was voicing it, right? You would do it, and you're like, I'm already getting pretty loud, and then like you said, like you turn the page, and you're like, I've got to get louder than this.
Right.
Like this is the climax. Like how do you like? I mean, I've never had experience having to like screech like coming at the top of my lungs before, but he was in the manga, so I had to replicate that, and I'm like, it's a very strange process. Because it's so hard to fake cum that loud. Because in real life, I would never shout when coming.
Yeah, because in real life you'd just be like,
And also, I don't want to disturb my downstairs neighbors. They're very elderly, right? I don't want to be. I'm gonna nut. Yeah, my voice already travels through walls.
Yeah.
very
yeah.
well.
It's like the low vibrations that travel through the walls.
Yeah. I think I haven't. Did I tell you this, guys? Like when one of my old houses, the walls were so thin that my voice had like the same natural frequency as the walls. So when I spoke, they would always vibrate.
Yeah,
was
your
horrible.
voice has like a natural, like it's just
Yeah.
naturally resonates like
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so
yeah,
great.
we've had comments every now and then on the podcast where people are just like, I actually can't understand what Connor is saying because it's
Sometimes-
going like sub. Like,
Sometimes it just sounds like mumbles. It's so deep, it just sounds like whoa.
Just like a subwoof. You know?
Yeah.
You can just get lost in your voice, like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I wasn't listening. Like, your
Thank
voice
you,
is just
thank
too
you.
great. Like,
Get out of here.
yeah.
I remember 'cause it was so weird because when my voice broke, I was like 13 when I started to sound like this.
Oh right.
Could you imagine? Like,
what did
now?
you sound like before?
Very high pitched.
Really?
Yeah.
It's always those ways because I've seen some clips of like the official movie trailer voices and how they got their voice, and apparently they every one of them had really high
had really high
voices,
pitched voices.
and then it just dropped like that when
Yeah,
they reached.
people thought I was
Interesting.
messing around. Like they thought I was joking because I used to do voices like all the time, like oh my god, you know, like way higher though. My
Yeah.
voice was higher.
Look, we have some Connor lore on this episode.
To like do dumb voices. So when I came into school and my voice started like getting like yo what up, like people were like, what the fuck is Connor faking this? And I was like, no, I don't know what happened. I think it's a sore throat or something, but I'm sure it'll be fine. A week later, I still have it. And I'm like,
Just
So
threw
wait,
it
did it
out.
just happen like overnight or?
I think it happened over like a week or two.
Right.
I don't know. Is that how it happens? I have no idea how it happens.
I think mine just dropped immediately.
I think
don't
it's
know.
just like it's like a snap. Do you remember? I don't remember now that I think about it.
No. Because you listen to your voice every day, right? So like
Yeah.
the subtle differences, you can't hear it.
Yeah.
So he's just like, oh shit, I guess my voice is here now. Like I didn't realize it.
I used to like scare the youngest kids in the hallway. I would walk behind them and I'd be like, yo, what up? Yo. And they would be
Spun on me.
I'm just like walking like, yeah, hey, what's up?
Yeah, at the moment you turn around, you should be like, hey.
Hey, buddy.
So you've done like so much in your career, right? Like you've
Right,
done
I think
JV, you've
so.
done journalism, you're now doing cosplay, you're doing, you're writing a book and everything.
Yes.
Like,
Crazy.
what's the next step for you? Like, like you seem like you always want to be like challenging and trying.
Yeah,
new things,
yeah, yeah.
Which is like we can all get behind that, right?
Exactly.
We all love trying new stuff.
Right.
So like. Coming from someone who seemingly looks like they've done everything, like what's the
think
next
so?
step that you want to do?
I've just started streaming on Twitch because of quarantine. Because like
Yeah.
I don't have nowhere to go. Like I mean I love staying in, but I love to go visit Western cons. But
Yeah.
of course that's not gonna happen at least till
Yeah.
next
Oh, yeah.
Till
year.
next year, probably. Yeah.
What is your Twitch, by the way? Just so that
Oh,
people can
So you can shout it
thank
out.
you.
yeah.
Maybe he's gonna say it right here.
in the link down below.
She knows the
You
editor
should-
will do the work.
Shibuya underbar.
Yeah,
Kaho.
I watched some of your streams before,
Yeah.
and they were really good. I mean, you speak Japanese and English on the stream
Yeah,
as
the
well,
most
right?
free in English.
Yeah,
I put
right,
the
right.
Yeah.
longest setting English because that's a good practice for me. And
Yeah.
I love going to cons and overseas because in Japan, like I'm already again, like JB actress, and there are a
Yeah.
lot of cosplayers who are not like on that like risque level. You know,
Yeah.
because some Japanese con like don't want to touch that area. Like
Right,
that's just
right.
that's not family
Yeah.
friendly. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
If you grab your idol, it's fine.
Opposed to the
Like,
rest of the stuff
yeah.
being very family
Yeah.
friendly.
They're like demonetized.
If you grab your idol, like if you wear PC, like if you haven't seen Areola, and that's fine. But if
Yeah.
you've seen everything already, then that's like no.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So there is no room for me to be there.
Right,
I
right.
guess
Right.
like I'm not gonna be needed there. And like I love speaking English. I love learning more. So and I love how otaku, how weeb, like how real weeb they were. And I was so
Yeah.
impressed
Yeah.
by every single one of them. They are so open-minded about every single genre too.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people, like a lot of otakus in Japan, weebs in Japan, who just focus on one genre and that's it.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
oh, I
yeah.
don't watch the show, and don't even dare to ask like what the show is about, or like don't even show the interest. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I never watched Eva. And that's it. Like that's the end of the conversation. Like maybe you could ask me.
How dare they.
As we all wrap our
Yeah.
Evangelion
I
shirts.
should have worn ever. I'm wearing like Madoka freaking Madoka. But I love her though.
I went
Yeah.
to the boys' love section in a manga store here, and I got so many looks. All the women were like, "What the fuck is he?"
Yeah, I get that too. Every time Aki
Yeah.
like wants to go buy like Kingdom Hearts dojins, and
Yeah.
I'm just like I shouldn't be here. I'm getting really weird
Like you
looks.
can feel like I'm not welcome. Like I'm
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
danger here.
I sometimes get that just from walking down like Otome Road in Ikebukuro.
What?
Because like, you know, Otome Road obviously as the
Yeah.
name implies, like it's for like fujoshis and just like girls who are into that kind of
But
stuff.
it's
So
a public road. so-
yeah, and I'm just
Get off this public road.
Yeah, and there are just like some I legit get stares from like some other like fujoshis who are just like, you don't belong here. What are you doing here? You're a man. You cis white male.
He's a male.
He's a male.
enjoying my gay porn.
Yeah. So get out of here. I'm just like, it's a public road.
No males allowed in gay porn. No. You actually went to the Yaoi Cafe, right? The Boys
Oh
Love
yes,
Cafe.
I actually sat exactly same
Did
spot
you?
like you
Yeah,
were sitting.
because you DM me saying
I bet she's a regular there.
I'm going to like tomorrow.
Yeah.
How was it? Did you enjoy it?
It was interesting. They were all wearing masks, so
Right.
Oh,
yeah, we could only see the eyes.
So if you don't know, I mean, I may as well plug my own video. Go and watch the Yaoi Cafe
Yeah.
video. It's great. It's where they basically do they
you were
reenact.
brushed like everything, whole like throughout the whole episode. Like, brushed like everything, whole like throughout the whole episode. Like,
Yeah, I was like,
you were so red.
because it's like okay, basically they pretty much act BL scenes in front of you. Have you-
Yeah.
I haven't, but I watched
Yeah,
Aki's
yeah,
video.
yeah.
So
Like it's as like a Western person, it like doesn't like work in my brain.
Yeah.
This thing is so like
I mean, I had to translate some of the like the
No.
skits in Aki's video because they're doing it in Japanese, right?
Yeah.
And Aki's like, I don't know what they're saying, so can you translate this? And just sitting there and just watching like the video of the
Yeah.
skits, I'm just like, oh no.
yeah, we turned
I
up.
watched
at-
Aki's video too. Right?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god, I can't.
We turned up and they were like, "So what do you want us to do?" And I'm like, just do your thing. Like, what do you normally do? Just do it. Just do it. We'll blur it out. Like, just do it. Like,
Fuck, yeah.
and they just were like, "Oh, well, we can do like a rice thing," and I'm like, "Sure." And they start doing it, and I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god!" Like they're doing this. Like,
And I felt so bad for you because Aki was with her female friends, so like you,
right.
she
It's just
got
me,
to
and they
share,
were all
but you
just
just
staring
by
at me.
yourself.
And the worst part was that they would do it, and they were like, "Are you happy?"
Did you like?
Yeah, like, was that good enough? And I'm
my
like,
God.
yeah, that was good.
Can you give us the like?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay.
Rating out of 10.
And then they did the thing where they're like, what's the thing where you put your arm in?
Kabedon?
Like, yeah,
Ah, Kabedon, yeah.
yeah. And then I was like, and they did that, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool and all, but can one of you hold my Kermit the doll, like Kermit the Frog?
Oh,
I brought my Kermit the Frog with me, and I was like, hey, maybe could you like, cause it's cause it's a bit of a joke on my channel. It's like, hey, maybe could you do something? The guy just fucking grabs it, shoves his hand inside Kermit, and is like, we're gonna do a scene with Kermit. I didn't even get to say anything. He just fucking laser beamed onto this Kermit.
It's like finally something I can fist. These other employees don't let me.
And he was like, what do you want me to do with it? I'm like, 2 dogs.
You've already done
Like,
That's all you, man.
I'm
That's
like,
all
yeah, I'm
you.
like, this is all call you. Go ahead. And then he was like, all right, we'll do a scene with it. And I'm like dying. I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Because like there's like 2 cameras on me. Everyone's like, is this what you wanted, Connor? Is this the footage you wanted? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I guess this is what I wanted.
Oh my God.
And that's one of the hardest videos to sit through.
For me, there's just something about seeing, real people acting like they like anime
yeah.
characters. In anime, it's like it just seems normal. But when you see real life people doing it, sometimes going to a maid cafe is just like.
Don't talk about maid cafe. I went once, and once was all I needed.
Which one?
I went to
At-home cafe.
it was the one in Akiba.
Maid.
I have never been to a maid cafe before, but from the videos I saw on YouTube, they seem pretty fun. I would like to go one day.
Well,
Why
I
are
got
you
some friends
familiar
who
with the
are
book?
who love them,
Right.
male
okay.
and female.
Yeah, I went to At Home in Akihabara.
Right.
Because my-
Quintessential.
Yeah, because my
maid
friend, who's
cafe.
like a huge fan of maid cafes, was like, "You've never been to a maid cafe? We should go." It's like, I know the best one. It's At Home. I'm like, all right, and I went, and man, I've never been more disappointed in a 2,000 yen omurice in my life. I'm just like, this thing costs 2,000 yen.
But you are paying for the experience, not just for the food itself. You are paying for the place, for the attention, for the clothes, for, everything.
And it took like 45 minutes to come out, and it's like cold.
And they put the spell on it, right?
Yeah, and they put
Yeah.
a spell on it, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
you
so-
could
Yeah,
have.
they do like the Moi Moi Kun
Yeah,
spell,
yeah.
and they force you to say it as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't need a spell. I need a microwave to heat this up. this spell isn't doing anything but making it colder.
I think the most awkward experience in my life was having to do that. I was dressed as a maid, and I had
Yeah.
to do
Oh,
it
at the airport.
at the
Yeah.
airport.
Yeah.
And there was like 10 businessmen who were like watching, and they were all just not saying anything, not laughing whenever I did anything. They were just staring, and it was horrible because these girls were really awkward as maids. Like, I
Yeah.
thought they were
Yeah.
supposed to be like, wow, but they were like, I'm like, I guess,
my God.
yeah. And then I had to draw on the omu rice. I drew Sanic.
Well, with Ket,
That's actually a pretty good drawing to do with ketchup. It's a hard material to use.
job.
Yeah, with ketchup.
Oh.
And it was like diffusing a bomb. It was so tense in that room. Everyone was silent while I was doing it. And I'm like sweating. I'm like,
That's a torture.
yeah, I'm like, can someone break the silence, do something funny? And whenever I made a joke, obviously because none of them could speak English, they were
Yeah.
just like,
Just to break the silence, you should have just like under your breath just been like. Oh god. So you like maid cafes?
My friend that made cafe, so I don't go there by myself.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
that like avid, like a religious.
Yeah. Because there are some
in there.
religious people.
Yeah,
who go
there's people
around.
that go to every maid cafe and just rate every maid cafe. Like this, this maid was pretty cute. Oh, she said Moi Moi Kun the way I wanted to say it, the way I wanted to hear it.
different. That way.
Wow.
That Momo can hit different.
You know, I saw a guy, and he's a guy in Japan who's reviewed every Starbucks in Japan.
Oh my god.
What?
Every single Starbucks in Japan, I think he's reviewed. And there's like
you're Japanese?
Japanese guy, like 10. I think there's plus 10,000.
Jesus Christ.
I think or
I've
something.
been to all of them.
Oh, nearly all of them. I think he's working his way through. I mean, I think he's still going, but he's done like over half. I know.
How
Wow.
different could they be?
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm like, you picked like the worst coffee chain.
Is that about the customer service thing or?
I don't know.
Like I understand if like he went around to like go to like every like independently owned like,
Yeah.
coffee
Right.
shop, right? Because like there's little differences. But I'm pretty sure a Starbucks in Hokkaido is gonna be the same Starbucks as in
Yeah.
Okinawa, right?
Maybe
Like-
he cares about what the cup says,
I've-
like with a doodle.
That's
something, you know?
I'm gonna go to
Maybe.
Hokkaido to find that out.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of the idea of chains, right? That if you go to a McDonald's in any country or any continent, they will taste the same. So, yeah, maybe he collects the mugs, but for the coffee itself, it should be the same.
Yeah.
So I noticed that you're a huge fan of retro games,
Oh yeah.
and I think we
We
love
all
retro
grew
games. as well.
up with
Yeah.
retro games. so
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, could you tell us some of your favorite retro games? I'm interested.
My
Or is that
favorite
too
one-
hard?
The one I played most was Sailor Moon action game. You know?
Really?
Like, it's very, very Final Fight-ish. But
Is that the fighting game?
no, it's actually action game. So like you get, it's exactly like Final Fight. You just keep walking and some.
Or like Double
Oh,
Dragon?
like Double
Action,
Dragon. Yeah.
We call in Japanese a belt score action game.
Right.
Wow, that's a
Keep
mouthful.
going.
Yeah, I think my cousin like had like a
Oh, yeah?
collection because there was a number of them, right? There was like 6 or 7 of them on the Super
At least 2 Super Family game
Yeah.
for action games and 1 puzzle game, 1 RPG, 2 fighting games. There
yeah.
are a
Right,
lot.
right.
Yeah, I would imagine that RPG games was equal with Sailor Moon concept. Also, just right now, I want to point out that she's wearing a Madoka shirt.